right. Hello, everybody. To a bit of a chaotic night, I suppose. So Boomy did let me know that she was going to be late. And then updated us with an extra little bit of I might be extra late because of metro stuff. So that's all right. That's why we delayed it from 7:30 to 8:30. So that's one thing, and Bay has not showed up, so that might also be another thing. I don't know. If Boomy shows up, we'll play. Because Boomy did let me know. Hopefully Bay is also able to show up. So yeah. If neither of them show up, then we're really kind of out of luck. In which case we might just have to call it a night very early and just go do other things, because I don't want to just continue with only 2 people. Such is the perils of D&D planning. Sometimes last minute things change and you need to adjust. So, how have you guys been doing, chat? What have you guys been up to? Anything exciting? Homework? Fair enough, fair enough. Just gaming? Hell yeah. Birthday party tomorrow? Sounds fun. Your birthday or someone else's birthday? Yes. We had the same thought process there. That doesn't answer our question. Your birthday or someone else's birthday? Okay then. Happy early birthday, Chibi. Hopefully that's a fun time then. If Bay was here, then I would say, okay, we'll just hang out and do our RP to kind of ease into it. And then when Boomy shows up, then we'll actually, continue on our quest. But since Bay's not here either, I don't want to force you guys to have to talk to each other. And hope that the others show up. So we'll just hang out for a few minutes. Boomy said probably 9 at the latest. So we'll hang out for a little bit. And if neither of them show up, then we'll just we'll call it a night. 28. See, that's just an absolute baby in comparison to the time scale that we're working on this channel, Chibi. So you're still very young in comparison, I suppose. It's midlife crisis night. You got mistaken for 12, and you're 28. Wow, that's some youthful glow. Yeah, talking to me said it at the same time. Actually, it was probably delayed for you guys, but oh, hello, Bear.
Oh.
Are you were you sleeping?
Yeah, I was.
We even delayed the stream later because of Boomy, and
Oh my god, that's so fucking embarrassing.
I think
Hey,
maybe you
guys.
need to start setting like 17 very loud alarms next to your head.
I think I do. I got this.
You got very lucky that we were already late this time, but otherwise you would have missed half the session already.
I looked at the damn chat and I was like, thank God I saw 8:30 somewhere in there. Still 16 minutes late, but
we still haven't started because
hey.
Boomy hit us with the second update of
oh hell yeah,
traveling through a city problems, in which that was going to delay her further.
Yeah.
So
See, valid
understandable,
reasons to be
yeah.
late.
So that's why we haven't really started yet. I was just kind of hanging out with chat for a bit and hoping that Boomy would show up, but
Hey chat, I'm ashamed of myself. Well, how's everyone's night?
Pretty good so far.
Also having a nice night tonight compared to all the other nights lately.
Oh, what's wrong with the other nights?
A lot of homework.
Mm.
A lot of homework.
I'm sure lots of people can relate with that. Yeah.
Hopefully you can catch a break for a little bit. Never. Let there be a constant cycle of pain.
Sorry. Listen, balcony.
Sorry.
If you want me to stop with the movie recommendations, then you can. Then you should probably stop asking me for the movie recommendations.
Ask for recommendations.
Oh, that was very delayed. I was like, what was that noise? I completely forgot that I had those sounds turned on. I was like, what was that noise? Thank you, Delta, for the 50 tier 1 subs for the community. I think that just gave a ton of people a gifted sub. So thank you very much for that. I'm very grateful. And if you weren't subbed before, you should probably check and see if you are now, because you probably are. Now you have access to some nice little amounts. Thank you very much, Delta. Very kind of you. Yeah, thanks, gamer. now you can be embarrassed in chat with our Valbella emote, or you can be a little schemer in chat with our Killian emote, or you can just pull a knife on somebody with our Ruva emote. For more rose femming. Listen, we can't talk about that on this stream because that means something to these guys. We have to keep that on the hush hush. And also, look, see Delta on this screen. We've got, you can see all the roses spilling out from that map onto the screen. Just off to my left here. Well, right for you guys. we do unironically have something called the Blood Rose that is a very magical, very powerful magical artifact. So you're not far off there, Delta. Can you shake the firefly jars? No, they don't like that. If you want them to glow, you have to befriend them. I actually did have an idea for upcoming Valentine's Day to do like a little one shot if people were around, because I think that would be fun. But it really depends. It might not happen on exactly Valentine's Day, depending on my own plans. But around the time, I thought it would be cute to do something, because I'm trying to incorporate real world holidays into Grand Lorien in their own sort of little way, not as literal Valentine's Day, but it would be its own little thing. What if they thrill seekers and like the jar shaking? I suppose you'd have to ask them. Okay. We'll wait for a little longer, as long as you guys are okay too. You're not impatient about starting.
Go by me.
If we hit 9, I will do the recap.
Nice.
So we'll say that we'll give it a 8 more minutes or so and see if Boomy shows up, and if not, then I'll start the recap. We'll kind of ease into things and just kind of let it go from there and see when Boomy shows up, because I'm assuming she will actually show up. It probably won't be hours. These are the firefly jars from Foundling Tree from a couple episodes ago. I have some of them here in my little office, my table in this tavern.
It's an office now.
Yeah, we've taken over the tavern completely. On nights in which we need to tell stories. It's okay, cause see, chat, you guys are the people in the tavern, and I'm the narrator who's telling you a story, right? That's the canon that we're going with here. And the tavern is okay with me doing this in their tavern because it attracts customers. That's the story.
Good story. 10 out of 10. I like to think we're all sitting on the circle carpet and we're watching you.
Yeah, you're all sitting around in a circle, cross-legged on the floor. Like a bunch of kindergarten
we're having
students.
circle time.
Yeah. We've got the talking stick if somebody wants to to say you have to pass the little thing around. It's your turn to talk. Yeah, the roasted chicken has been back there for a while, but it's okay. It's magical, so it doesn't go bad. Weirdest hall pass you've ever seen was a globe, like a full-on spinning globe? What? That was the hall pass? You had to carry
Like
that?
a normal? Was it like a normal size globe or like just a tiny novelty globe?
Well, she said full-on globe. So I'm assuming like the size of a normal globe, like beach ball sized, right? So you would have to carry that? Wait, what kind of school was this? Was it like an elementary school? Or like high school or what?
Saying high school. That's
Because if it was like elementary school, just like a child, I just think it's really funny to imagine like a young child carrying like a globe the same size as their body through the hallway just because they had to go to the bathroom. What do you do with the globe when you're like going to wherever you're going in the hall? Like you just put it down in the bathroom or like what?
you hug it while peeing.
That's so weird. You just put it on the floor? That's such a funny mental image. I think they were just trying to like discourage you from leaving in the middle of class, I think. They're like, if we make it so annoying to carry, then surely no one will want to leave during class, and everybody was just like, nah, I'm still gonna leave during class. That's really funny. I don't think we really do hall passes here. We're more like a college, so if somebody just wants to leave, they can leave. That just means they miss out on class. They don't learn a magic spell. It's their loss. What? Chibi, what? Hang on. No, Chibi. Chibi. Chibi, you forgot a word when you said it the second time there. There was a very important word in the first sentence. You forgot the word hall there, specifically. Yeah. See, that was the part that we were worried about. Someone at your school pooped in the hall repeatedly? What?
Did they never catch this man?
It didn't... Same hallway, same time.
It
What?
was the whole-
If they were predictable, then they should have got them. He can't keep getting away with this. How? What? That's completely insane. I feel like every school just has like their one, like no matter what grade level school it is, it could be like an elementary school, high school, it could even be a college, but like every school has just this one insane thing that happened that doesn't sound like a real story. They had cameras. No, they didn't catch them. That's crazy. uh, hang on. Delta, was that a mistake again? I have to confirm with you that that was not a mistake. Did you put the 0 in the wrong spot? Delta, I need you to actually confirm that that wasn't a mistake. Because I will refund it. Okay. Thank you for confirming, Delta. And thank you for the donation. That's very kind. You're single-handedly funding like an entire school year for for a bunch of students. So I'm sure they're very grateful. Those arcane textbooks are very expensive, apparently. Just like real ones. I mean, to be fair, in that one school year that we did last year, there was there was a bunch of very unfortunate things to happen. But they did cause half of them, so it was the players' fault mostly, right? They did rescue a professor from almost dying, so we're all here. Right at 9 o'clock. That was perfect. That was about.
Wait, let me connect. No, it's not working.
Get in. Make sure that you're all in the Roll20 and everything, guys, just so that we can get ready to go.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yay! Okay, now my headphones are working. Hello, guys.
Perfect.
Well, late.
Oh,
We
also late.
we were also waiting for Bay, who was asleep again. But I said that we would do the cutoff at 9 o'clock, and I would start at 9 o'clock, so you showed up at the perfect time.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
So we
I'm a
will.
little tipsy right now. So.
You have some background noise going on, Boomy, so just make sure that
Okay,
maybe
let me
switch to push to talk or something for a little bit. Okay, so just to finish up what we were talking about, chat, before I start the recap, they saved a good professor. He was a little bit old, but he meant well. So they did save him. So let's get into the actual campaign. Let's start playing actual Dreamwalker. The party have been exploring a dreamscape inside the dreams of a young girl who's possessed by a demon from the infernal circle of Zemeral, which is the circle that deals in nightmares. And so after entering the dreamscape in order to find the demon within the dream and excise it from within, they found themselves traveling through different layers of the dream, always trying to travel deeper so that they can find where the demon is lurking at the darkest reaches of the dream realm. And eventually that brought them to a swamp, known as the Swamp Betwixt, and they've been exploring the swamp in order to find a way to travel deeper, which they've been doing so by locked doors that have had keys. And so they've been told that there was a key and a lock somewhere within the Rose Maiden's temple, but access to the temple was currently sealed off because of its flooding. And so in order to gain access, they had to travel to the different tribes that lived in the swamp. The mammal tribe, the reptile tribe, and the amphibian tribe, because each was given a seal stone that allows them in combination to access the temple. Now they've already gotten the mammal seal stone from Madame Vesper, the Witch of the Woods, who was a cat, and then they also got the amphibian seal stone from Lokiri, the spirit god of frogs in in his little grove at the center of the swamp. And their next destination was Kurokoma Village, which was said to house the reptile tribe, who were ruled over by, they were told, a dragon. Now, in the last session, after getting the seal stone from Lakiri, the party decided to fish for a bunch of sea creatures that they could offer to the reptiles as food in order to not become a meal themselves. And so they gathered some catfish and I think maybe carp it was, I said, as well as a little goldfish that they decided to not offer up and keep as a pet. And then they were ready to set off, so that's where we return. You guys are still just at Lokiri's Tangle. You guys are still at Lokiri's Tangle, and you're just in your boat and you were fishing. And you pulled up enough stuff that I think you were ready to go. So that's where we'll return. As you guys finish your little fishing escapade, I suppose, now armed with a meal to offer the reptiles, what would you like to do? Travel directly there, or do you have another destination in mind?
I think it's time, gang. You find out if this is a fat lizard or an actual dragon.
I agree. Let's find out.
Deeper, deeper.
We still have the
Go.
Do we have we have Nightfish? Do we have Nightfish with us still?
Yes. Nightfish is here.
Nightfish! Nightfish! Alright, let's go, guys.
Very
Don't let
well.
them see Nightfish. Don't let them see Nightfish. Keep Nightfish in the bag at all times.
I will not. They will have to pry Nightfish out of my cold, dead fingers.
And they would.
I won't allow that either.
Then you begin to row the old rowboat that you quote-unquote borrowed off of that friendly camper.
How nice.
Creaks along as you guys leave the tangled thorny vines of Lokiri's grove behind and make your way back out into the swamp proper, navigating past twisted gnarled roots and all sorts of kind of muddy, swampy waters. You begin to head northwest, off towards where Kurokoma is marked on your map. And as you travel for almost around a half an hour, you begin to see through gaps in those towering kind of thin trees the signs of straw huts along a distant shoreline. And as you grow a little closer, you can see that these straw huts all kind of make up a village, kind of lined off to your left and to your right, with paths down the center. And so currently you're just kind of bobbing in your boat around maybe here, we'll say. Close enough to be able to see the village, but not so close that you've just walked right into it. So you guys tell me how you want to approach the village.
Do we just friendly wave our way in? Take the fish in one hand and wave it in as we sail forward.
Bay, you're slightly quieter than everybody else, so just...
Hey, guys. I'm thinking we just be very friendly. We say like, "Hello." We wave with our fish, and we just sail in. And if they say no, go, we go, "Huh? We can't hear you. You're too far." And we be we'll be dumb little happy people.
I mean, yeah, I don't got any better idea than that.
Does anybody else
Kill
have
him
any
with
ideas?
kindness.
Does that sound good to
no.
everybody?
Anybody
I
else
think-
has any plans?
Okay. I think I might have an idea.
Hit us with
I
it.
think. Do you think they'll be more friendly to other reptiles?
You know what? They might be more inclined. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay then. And then Irving is going to shapeshift into a, I guess, approximation of an alligator.
Okay, yeah. So we talked about this last time. I think probably the closest thing that you would have been able to see that you could sort of replicate on yourself would be a dragonborn.
Okay.
So just trying to like almost emulate a dragonborn that perhaps you'd seen before in your life. I think that would probably get you about as close as you could.
Okay, sure. I'll go for that then.
Hmm. I was trying to think of what kind of dragonborn portraits I had to switch you to. All right, we'll just go with that one. Okay. So then you all see Irving just kind of quickly shift his form into that of a dragonborn, gaining scales and sharper teeth and a long tail. And then you guys, row towards Kurokuma?
Up for
Yeah,
that.
why not? Let's
Yep.
go!
Sail, sail, sail.
Very well. Then you paddle a little further, and eventually the rowboat runs up against mud and onto the shore. And off in the distance, kind of standing around, all kind of going about their own business, you can see some rather large-looking reptiles themselves. So just give me one moment, and I will bring you guys in there. I forgot to copy you on the last page, so we'll just have to do this. All right, I'll get the boat for you after a sec. It's taking a sec to load, so I'll grab that later. All right, here you go.
Oh, those are very scary guys.
So indeed, as you guys all kind of just quickly step out of the rowboat, let me just give you control of this dragonborn portrait. There you go. As you all step out of the rowboat, you can see these lumbering giant crocodiles all going about their business in this kind of rather ramshackle village. The straw huts don't look particularly well maintained, and they're all kind of overgrown with moss and vines. Some of the crocodiles carry kind of giant heavy crates. Some of them are hacking apart chunks of meat with big sharp cleavers. And as you all step off onto the shore, you see the closest one to you kind of stop, and then he sniffs the air, and then he just completely directly swivels his head right at you, and then he kind of lumbers over towards you. And as he begins to approach, he just goes, "Who's that then?" He's still carrying that hefty cleaver in one of his hands. How do you
Poke,
respond?
Dragonborn. Poke, Dragonborn.
Oh, we're out of towners, and we have fish for you.
He gets a little closer, just kind of lumbering along, and he stands maybe about a foot above even Ducha does,
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
and just kind of looks down at all of you, focusing more on the Dragonborn fellow and says, "You're not from the village. Whereabouts you from then?"
Further into the swamp. Just coming in for a visit.
Further into the swamp? I didn't think we had any other reptiles further into the swamp.
I mean, yeah, you know, we're around. They're around.
It was just the one, just
You're
the
not-
one. We
Yeah,
were
yeah.
all imprisoned by a witch, and were you
Yes.
just now escaping?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
barely got out alive. We were almost eaten.
Oh, everyone roll that deception.
He has no reason to think that you're lying necessarily.
Well, thank Lord.
So I wouldn't say that you necessarily have to roll deception yet, because he has no way to prove whether or not you were with the witch. He's been in the village, so he's got no idea about what you guys were doing.
With the witch.
But as you guys speak, Bay and the others, he kind of turns his attention away from the Dragonborn and towards you three, and says, "With the mammal witch on the far side of the swamp."
Yes. Yep.
And then he looks
Yeah.
back towards the Dragonborn. "What are you doing traveling around with mammals? Why ain't you eat them yet?"
They're more useful alive. They're very, very good fishers. Got a lot of fish.
We're his slaves.
I smelled the fish. If they're useful for fishing, what, you can't fish yourself?
I can fish myself, but four people can fish a lot more than one person.
Mm.
Basic
I think
economics, I guess.
I think I understand. Why do it yourself when you can force the mammals to do it for you?
Exactly. You got better things to do.
Yes.
I'm sure y'all cold-blooded folks are quite busy with your intellectual doings.
We absolutely are.
We leave the intellectuals to the boss.
Oh, poke, poke.
What?
Why are you here anyway? He says, directed particularly at the Dragonborn. What's your name?
Smurving. And
Schmerving?
here. Yeah, and I'm here looking for very very special rock for my rock collection.
What's the reptile got to do with collecting rocks?
They're very nice
Is
to
Is it valuable?
bask on. To me it's valuable. I'm not sure if it would be valuable to you, for example.
Boss likes when we collect valuable things.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Boss likes when we collect valuable things.
Oh yeah. So, where do you think I could find a valuable rock like that around here?
Well, if you're saying that it's got value, then all likelihood the boss has got it.
Okay. Well, suppose I'll be moving right along then. With my 4 mammal helpers here. Think not gonna get any trouble from other people in town, am I?
Depends. All them fish you're carrying.
Mhm.
That's a very kind donation you've brought us, yes?
Yeah.
Present the fish.
Then I suppose they'll leave you alone.
Good to hear, good to hear. Well, wish you a very good day then with your tree over here.
Not so fast. Let's have one then.
Oh yeah, sure thing. And I'll hand him one of the catfish, I suppose.
He just opens his jaws and just eats it whole. And then just as he's kind of crunching and chewing away, just lumbers back off towards what he was doing.
We're slaves now.
I really hope each one of them doesn't ask for a fish, because if we run out of fish by the time I get free here, I'm gonna have to go into cardiac arrest or something. Okay.
Oh God. All right, Master. Let's go find Big Boss.
Don't call me that.
I gotta call
Let's
you
go.
Master now. I apologize, Master.
Do not call me
Master
that.
serving.
Please.
So you begin to make your way throughout the village. On the very far side, kind of beyond some of these little pools that sit at the center, you can see sort of like this central area where there's a bigger dock kind of floating out in one of the ponds with a roaring fire. But beyond that fire, you can see one of the huts in the village is larger than the others. You can hear this fellow here crunching away as he continues to hack at the meat as you pass him. Let me copy you all together while you're here. Now that we have Dragonborn. And you make your way towards the north side of the village, winding your way around those little ponds. You can see more of the crocodiles kind of all working about. One stands off to your left, and there is another to your right. But on the very far side, you can see one of the buildings is a little bit nicer than the others, larger, in nicer condition, a little more elaborately built than the rest of the rather rudimentary huts.
I think a dragon could fit in there. Do you?
I think it's a really fat lizard. I'm telling you, it's a fat lizard up sitting in there.
For the rest of these lizards, it's got to be gargantuan.
It is gonna be that. As soon as we walk in, we're gonna bump in his belly.
Ugh.
It'll be a fat lizard.
Actually, maybe before we get into this, just game plan really quick.
Yes, Master.
Puddling.
Don't call me that. Hey, how the hell are we gonna get a valuable object from a dragon?
Do we got anything to trade? Can we upsell anything? We are your
I don't know.
You are a powerful master, and if worst comes to worst, you trade us. You trade me in. I'll turn into a mouse, and I'll just escape in the middle of the night. But hide out in the woods. But just lie your ass off. You are our great master. We are your slaves. It shows you have power. And then pick a random little trinket and try to get him to swap with you. Up talk. Does anyone have any little trinkets? What type of trinkets do we got?
I have a skull and I got some blue glowing butterfly wings.
That's true.
All the butterfly wings.
DJ is carrying around like a cat skull.
Oh my
there we
gosh.
go. There we go. Can we use that cat skull? You never see it again.
Might be
That'll
proof
work last time.
of our conquests and killing. I think they
Yes.
kill a lot of mammals actually, so that might not be that impressive.
I know, but we can say this was the a mystical
This
wizard
is the same blob.
cat that
It worked last time, so
This is the same blob that you pulled against the other guy.
if it's not broken, I have a tunnel flower too. That's really it. Maybe some rope.
I have a bomb.
we got a bomb if all goes to shit.
You do have a bomb.
Ooh! We should get a keyword. We should get a secret word for the bomb. They don't know, but just cucumber. If anyone says cucumber, throw the bomb. Nice
Okay.
plan. You have a great plan. Cucumber means bomb. We are your slaves. You are our master, a very powerful master, and you are gonna trade with them. Fat lizard.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Game plan.
Hmm.
We're gonna die today.
Hey, I'm worried that all of these guys just give things to them, like as trophies or whatever, and there is no trading going on, and they are going to get very mad at us. Is my primary concern, but I
We'll
really
just
think
be-
there's
I feel like maybe the king's probably full of himself, so just compliment him.
okay. Okay.
Just compliment him. Kill him with kindness and possibly a bomb.
Possibly a bomb. Okay.
It's an
There's a
amazing
bomb.
quote.
Everyone's on their own.
That's so good.
Alright.
All right.
After you, master, we're
yeah,
not allowed to
so
speak. We
you
are
make you-
slaves.
You make your way across the village, down the path towards that larger hut. And as you begin to get a little bit closer, one of the crocs kind of steps out into your path and just goes, "Oi, where do you think you're going?"
I'm going to go see boss, hopefully. I've some things to trade with them.
Hmm. You want to see the dragon chieftain, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Give us one of them fish first. I can smell them.
I'm gonna try to toss him another catfish.
Yeah, he
Try to
catches
land it
it.
in his mouth.
Yeah, he catches it in his mouth and just snaps it shut. And then just kind of through a full mouth. Yeah, all right. Go along then.
Thank you.
He bustles about on his own business and kind of leaves you guys alone. And the four of you make your way up to the large hut on the far end of town, the chieftain's hut. And how do you proceed?
Okay, so
Master Rofuria.
alright. So wait, so you want me to trade you and then you turn into a mouse and run out of the building?
Listen, try to trade something else first, but yeah, if all goes to shit, you can trade me. I will sell myself off like a common whore. So we can get this
Jeez,
stone.
okay. Higher self-esteem there. You gotta work on that. Maybe I can try to fool them into thinking it's not that valuable and just give them the skull or something. Okay. Great.
Okay.
Nothing
God.
I'm
else.
nervous. Let's do this.
Try to trade something else first, but yeah, trade me if everything goes to shit.
Could we try to convince, because it's a cat skull, right?
It is a
Yeah.
cat skull. That's what I'm saying.
Could we try to convince them it was the witch to scare them?
Ooh.
We're the witch.
That's
That's
an
why we're free. We're
Excellent
not.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So we killed the witch.
Fuck yeah. High fives all around.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nightshade,
Okay.
Nightshade, you can have inspiration for that. That was genius.
Oh yeah. I'm excited. Yay!
Okay, so do you knock? Do you barge right in? How do you enter?
We should be
I'm gonna-
respectful.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock first.
Okay, yeah, you kind of wrap your scaly knuckle on the old kind of half damp wood, which lets out several thuds, and then after a few moments, you hear this kind of booming voice from behind the door that just says, "Enter the chieftain's hut."
Oh, okay.
Cinematic.
Oh.
And so you creak that door open and walk inside. The inside is kind of darkly lit, only really by some of the gaps in the old wood. And as soon as you guys walk in, you are confronted by a rather large reptile.
Oh my god.
This one is even bigger than the ones that you've seen out in the village. This one stands at several feet taller than Duja, which Duja is already rather large.
Big boy.
The point of reference.
And
Yeah.
he kind of stares down at the four of you, towering over you with huge muscles, and just says, "What business have you with the chieftain?"
We have come to tell him of, or I have come to tell him of the great deed I have accomplished.
Very well. You may speak with the chieftain. And he just steps out of the way. And as he moves out of the way, he stops blocking your view of the far side of the room, in which there is a massive carved throne from wood, as well as a little staircase and carpet that leads up to it. And seated on that throne, much too small for the chair's size, is a tiny little goblin.
I was completely wrong.
And that tiny little goblin is wearing sort of this little cloth hood fashioned into the shape of a dragon. And from his position on his throne, he looks across the four of you and just says, "All right then, what's your business?"
I've come to inquire about a particular stone and also tell you of the oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Great. The great magical deed. The great magical deed you've done. Sorry, Master.
Yep. But we're looking for a magical key. Fuck.
Wait, seal stone.
Stone.
Yes, I know of these seal stones, and I, the great dragon, do indeed possess one myself. You seek
Very
to
impressive.
be bestowed upon? Is that your reason for visiting?
I would have something to trade in exchange, if you so desire.
Really? And what would you be trading?
The skull of Madame Vespra.
You mean the witch on the far side of the woods?
Indeed. Me and my compatriots felled her, and we now possess the skull, which has remarkable magical properties.
Very well, present it.
Duja shuffles in her bag and holds out the kitty skull. She kneels down on one knee to make sure that she's smaller than the great dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, you present the skull to the dragon, and he's sitting up on his little throne, kind of his feet dangle; they don't reach the floor, and you can see him kind of have to lean over a little bit to see it better. Very well then, you've killed the witch on the far side of the woods. She was always a bit of a thorn in our side. Very good, I'm impressed. But I've no need for some old skull. But you have piqued my interest. It's not every day someone waltzes in here and presents such a magnificent kill. I have a proposition for you, since you're rather interesting folk. How about a contest for the Sealstone?
Oh shit.
What are the terms of this contest?
A vicious one-on-one combat. One of yours against one of mine. How does that sound to you?
Let's discuss it. Let's discuss this.
You'll have to discuss with my champions which one of them would be best suited for such a task.
Well, you may discuss it amongst yourselves for a moment. Don't keep me waiting, though. I would have thought you'd offered up your champion that you have right there. He points at Duja. She is rather large, no? A perfect competitor against my champion. He points at the massive
Well, you
cross.
know what they say, size isn't everything, so
Wait.
it's best to discuss it.
Very well, you may have a few moments to talk. Don't keep me waiting.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
You
Dude, I hate
huddle
to do this to you, but you probably are gonna be the one fighting.
on the side of the room.
Probably. The only thing is that I have 24 out of 38 hit points, so that's my worry.
I can fill you up right now. Also, if we're inclined to cheat, I could help you out during the fight.
The worst case, we'll throw the bomb and dash.
Worst case, yeah, actually. Okay. I'm gonna heal you up right now, and then let's do this.
Okay, yes, I am down. I'll
Okay.
do my best.
I believe in you. Just rage, rage, fucking rage. If you need another one, let me know. I got
And
6 HP for you.
just yell cucumber and all.
Yell cucumber. I'm telling you.
Gotcha.
That's the universal sign. Let me heal you up one more time. Ooh! Okay.
Oh,
6 and 9
thank
to
you.
your healing.
69.
Yeah, you kind of, as you guys are huddling, you just subtly place a hand on Duja and heal up her wounds. So now, Duja, you're feeling at full health, full vigor.
If I see you
Alright.
get a little fucked up in the battle, I'll discreetly whisper you some healing again. So don't panic.
Thank you, Bae.
I believe in
I'm
you.
ready. I'm ready for some gator bites. Let's go.
Let's get them damn gator bites. Fucking
No.
ass.
You can
He-
do
He
it.
called you ugly.
Believe in you.
Called you ugly. He's a mean little. He's all that meat on him is to make up for how ugly he is. He's a sad little man. He's a sad. You are a powerful woman. He's a sad little man. I believe
I'm
in
gonna
you. Good luck.
step on him.
Step on him.
The big guys, I'll dirty his toes.
Dirty them. Spit on his toes. Go, "Pah!" Nibble him away.
Now have you come to a deliberation? The dragon
We
calls
have
out.
indeed.
Good.
This will be our champion.
As I suspected. Very well. Then join us back at the center of the village and we shall have our contest there. I don't want to, destroy my hut, after all.
Such a shame. Yeah.
He hops off of his throne and
No
Kinda-
one laugh.
waddles his way. Yeah, he doesn't even reach Duja's knee. Now then, shall we? Shall we? After you.
Oh, what a. Oh.
The dragon and his lumbering champion follow you guys as you make your way back out of the hut and out into the village again. You got really big all of a sudden, huh?
I got so scared.
We're big. The room makes him look small.
So they lead you off around the side of the village, over towards the kind of central platform there, where you can see a roaring fire.
Y'all gonna fight on this? Oh, y'all gonna get thrown in the water. Y'all gonna fight in the swamp water.
Dragon kind of steps up onto that little table that's there so that he's more at shoulder height for everybody else. Now then, gather round, gather round. You see some of the other crocodiles kind of gathering as well to take an interest in what's occurring. And as you all gather around, he's kind of waving everyone in. And then he just looks towards Duja and says, "Champion, take your seat." He points at one of the stools. Hold Alt to leave the grid. And then he points at his own champion and says, "Take your seat." And the the giant croc lumbers over and sits down on the stool that cracks and groans under his weight. And then he kind of looks at his own champion and kind of just gives a smug nod, and then he looks across at Duja and goes, "I hope that you understand the rules of vicious one-on-one combat."
Is the rule that there are no rules?
Of course not.
Yeah.
What do you think we are, barbarians?
Well, I am.
Then you must not be familiar. The rules of our vicious blood sport are: both champions place one arm on the table, and then both champions attempt to wrestle the other's arm until it touches the table. Should your arm touch the table, you lose. Should your opponent's arm touch the table, you win. Do you understand?
Oh. Yeah, I understand.
I know that it is vicious and bloody, so you should just have to do
Yeah.
your best.
Well, I will. And I won't make... I will do my best to make my master proud. And I'll do my best to prove that we are worthy of your time and of the time of your peoples. I see that they all have come together to watch us. This will be an excellent battle, I'm sure.
Very well, let the battle begin. And he just kind of hops off and stands kind of on this little ledge right here on the fire to watch. The giant champion croc just places one huge arm. It almost covers the entire table in arm wrestling position, and just kind of waits for you to take his hand. Full discretion. Yeah, you guys can feel free to cheat as much as you want.
I am cheating like a motherfucker. I'm gonna cast my my bear totem. I'm gonna have my bear hide out somewhere. Let me see where I can hide this bear at. They don't need to breathe, right? How deep is this water?
It is a spirit totem, so I suppose it would be all right.
It doesn't need to breathe.
Could put it
Gonna
maybe.
hand behind back, just gonna shimmy that out real fast.
This dock here is kind of like drifting, so you could put it beneath it.
It's just the Big Bear. Big Bear gonna be underneath it, and now you have. You have advantage on you gain temporary hit points, but you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Nice. Okay, great.
Uh,
While
so-
we're at it,
Does anybody
just gonna
else
have-
want to do
hold
anything?
on.
Anybody who's not Duja, we'll let Duja prep last, but
Okay, when this guy is actually arm wrestling Duja, is it possible I could use Mage Hand to like tickle him
yeah, for sure.
or like poke him in the nerve?
Yeah, of course.
Tickle the bear.
Okay.
Yeah, this is entirely stacked against you. This guy's massive, so if you need to cheat to win, then go right ahead.
Okay, let me look at my stuff too.
Is there anything in particular that you think you would want to do, Nightshade? Before, during, anything? You can also just cheer Duja on. That's an option as well.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that I think I could do.
Could I do one more thing?
Yeah, that was your before prep. You could do something during if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a minor illusion of a fly buzzing
what?
up in his face
A
of
fly?
a dragon.
Oh, like a dragonfly?
I need a big one. Unless I can do like a really chunky fly. But I
Yeah,
need
you
a
could
big
do a
bug
fly,
that
you could do a
flies
dragonfly,
around.
some sort of bug like that. And it's just sort of like you're trying to create the reaction of like when a fly just suddenly flies right in your face and you just like
Yep,
jump back.
and it's
Kinda.
gonna buzz around in
Yeah.
his face the whole time.
Like a mosquito or something.
Like
Oh,
a
look
giant-
guys.
Like, have fun.
Okay. So you want to do that during, and then during you'll conjure the
During.
mage hand. During Nightshade you want to cheer Duja on, and then lastly Duja, is there anything that you want to do specifically other than just trying to win the arm wrestle?
And maybe rage.
Yeah. So technically raging just gives you advantage on strength checks and saves, which you already technically have from the bear, but because this is like not your typical thing, I will give you extra bonuses if you rage.
Okay.
You
I'll
won't. You
take
wouldn't
that rage.
typically. You wouldn't typically just because they do the same thing and it doesn't stack. Advantage
Yeah.
doesn't stack. But because this is a special case, I'll let it kind of stack a little bit.
Oh,
Okay, great. I'll rage just in case. And I guess with that, Duja takes her manicured blood red fingers, or nails, I guess.
Oh yeah. What Since technically you can manifest something when you rage, what do you manifest? What part of your body do you change?
Oh, let's get the claws out. You know, she's gonna get those. Maybe can her fingernails grow like Cardi B?
Yeah, you can get the
I don't know.
claws.
Yeah,
And-
she'll get some claws and yeah, it just looks like a nice fresh manicure, I guess.
Ooh, her nails for this.
actually, am I able to kind of intimidate him with like?
Just breathe on him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could do that and then be like, yeah,
Look at
played the
that.
witch with the bare hands.
Yeah, you could try to like you could try to like
Yes.
play up how as if you're like how medieval knights like before a joust they would have that caller who tells like a story about them. You could try to do that kind of thing where you're like trying to hype up how dangerous Duja is, to try to make him kind of throw him off a little bit.
Dude is one of the most scariest of beasts in all the land.
You could also
Bare
try
head.
you could also try your Fey presence if you wanted to do it like that, other than just rolling a normal.
Ooh.
Other than rolling like a normal intimidation check, you could try to like actually use your Fey presence if you wanted to.
How would I do that?
So it's in your features and traits. If you scroll, it's basically once per short rest you can use your action to cause creatures within 10 feet of you to have to make wisdom saves, and if they fail them, then they become charmed or frightened by you. Your choice.
Yeah, let's do that.
It doesn't last like a really long time, but you could do it maybe during the fight to like all of a sudden strike fear into him, and it kind of weakens him or something.
Okay, I got that in my back pocket.
Very well. Then, with all your prep in order, Duja, you grab the opposing champion Croc's arm, and are ready to begin. Dragon at the center there kind of raises one of his hands as like the marker. He's going to drop it when it's time to go, and he kind of allows that anticipation to hang in the air for a moment before he quickly lowers his hand for you to begin. So we got to factor in everything that everybody's doing. So it's going to be opposing strength checks. Duja, you will have advantage on it. The Croc is really strong, but he doesn't have advantage because there's nothing granting him an advantage. So right off the bat, Duja, you'll be rolling twice, just from Bay's bear. Then with your rage, I'm going to give you an additional +2 to whatever you roll on both of those rolls. And then with the tickling, the fly, and then we'll see if that succeeds and where you're at there. And then if Nightshade needs to do the thing at the end, then we can do that as well. So the tickling and the fly will be subtracting from the Croc's roll.
Alrighty then.
So make 2 strength rolls and then add +2 to whatever those are already.
Okay, let's go. Well.
So that's your first roll. Roll again.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Okay, 17, much better. So that advantage, that definitely worked out. So you have a 17 +2. So right now you're sitting at a 19. All right? And then as you are like kind of locked, you're pretty equal. You're kind of holding each other's arms at the same level, like nobody's moved left or right. And he seems almost a little bit surprised that he didn't just completely slam you into the table. But the two of you kind of hold fast for about maybe 10 seconds, struggling backwards and forwards and no one really gaining any ground. And then Bay, you begin to make the fly buzz around him, and Irving, you begin to tickle him with Mage Hand. And so that's going to subtract... that's going to subtract, I think, probably, maybe we'll say a total of 3 points from his roll. And so you feel kind of, as you're wrestling with him, Duja, you feel his arm just kind of weaken for a moment as he's tickled, and you see him kind of jerk his head to get out of the way of that fly. And so you begin to gain just a little bit of progress. His arm is leaning a little bit back, but he's still kind of holding steady. He's strong. His arm feels like you're wrestling against just iron or something. And so he's not quite there yet. He's still holding fast, even though you've gained a little bit of ground. Nightshade, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, let's do the thing.
Okay. So yeah, you activate your Fey presence, which you can tell us how you think that would look.
Oh.
It could be like something like an echo added to your voice or something, or your eyes glowing, or some sort of like shadowy shroud around you. It can be whatever you want.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, let's have.
Can be all
let's
three.
Have the eyes. Let's have the eyes glow, and change maybe into a little bit of a yellow, and then have a kind of an ominous, purpley, poisony aura like thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you sort of try to strike fear right into his heart. You're aiming for fear, not charm, yeah? Because you can do either.
Oh. What's the major difference?
So fear would just produce a different result. For, a charm success, if you succeeded in charming him, it would make him just instantly your friend, which might also work, right? Because if he's all of a sudden friendly to you guys, then he might want you to win. So that could work. But fear would be like a different result. So it just depends on which angle you want to go. Do you want to try to make him more sympathetic to your plight, or do you want to try to make him so scared that he falters for a moment and lets Duja win?
Oh, wait. Ooh, I have options.
Yeah. Yeah, it lets you choose charm or fear.
A part of me just wants to do fear, but at the same time, I've got a lot of charm going for me, so... Nah, let's just do fear. Strike fear in his heart!
Very well. So he'll make a wisdom save against your spell save there. All right. He got a 6, so he failed that. He's not a particularly wise fellow. So yeah, as you're starting to gain a little bit of ground, Duja, you feel kind of you progressed a little bit, but then it stopped again as he kind of tries to fight back from the losing position that he's just been placed in, and then all of a sudden you just kind of, for just a split second, you feel his arm just kind of go weak for a moment. What do you do?
What can I do? Can
Well,
I just...
I'm just saying, you feel his arm go weak for a moment. How do you capitalize on that?
Push harder.
Yeah, it can just be that. That's all I was asking.
Must
Okay.
slam that hand. Ooh.
Yeah, so as you feel his arm go weak for just a split second, you capitalize on that little gap, and you slam his arm down into the table, and it splinters the wood a little bit.
Oh, damn.
And after that, you just kind of see stunned silence from all the rest of the Crocs. They all just kind of stare, not really sure what just happened.
I wipe my hands on like the back of my shirt, like his hand was super dirty. Like, ugh.
You got dirty little hands.
What did I tell you? We slayed a witch.
And you see Dragon just kind of standing there, his jaws kind of hanging open a little bit, and his eyebrows are raised, and he's just, well, all right, then. Very well, you have your new champion. And he holds his arms up, and the other Crocs just kind of begrudgingly just, you hear some applause from their giant hands. Even the other Croc champion, who's now kind of, he fell off his stool a little bit when you slammed his arm down. But even he is kind of just begrudgingly nodding in respect.
Great job, sir.
And as the applause kind of dies down, you just see Dragon go, all right, very well. Let's talk more in my hut. I'll grant you what you want. And all the other Crocs kind of file out back towards their business as Dragon leads you over towards his hut. And the four of you follow Dragon and the champion, the ex-champion, back into the chieftain's hut, and he makes his way up his little staircase and kind of struggles to climb back up onto his throne, and then sits once more. The other Croc champion just kind of sits down on this little kind of raised section here. Duja, are you joining everybody?
Oh.
She's muted.
You are muted if you're on.
Oh, my bad. I said sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So you, the four of you, return back towards the throne, and Dragon kind of pulls himself back up onto it, and then you see him just kind of rifle around in the cloak that he has, this kind of long cloak that goes from his little hood that he's wearing all the way down, and it stretches out into sort of dragon wings like a cape. And you see him rifle around inside of it and finds a little pocket. And then he pulls out a little stone disc. And he just he turns it over in his hand a little bit for a second, just goes, I wasn't really doing anything with it anyway. And he just tosses it kind of haphazardly towards the Dragonborn, smirving.
Thank you.
Don't know why you want it anyway. It's just some old piece of rock. It's not even worth anything.
Rock collectors.
Yeah, rock collectors extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have that rock collection.
Yeah. Well, suppose everybody has their interests. Suits me just fine. I won't miss it. Is that all you needed from the Great Dragon?
Yeah, we'll be moving along now. We gotta go deeper.
Before you go, I think my champion has something for you. He just kind of looks off towards this crop.
Rub some salt in this wound.
My worthy opponent.
Yeah, he stands up and just kind of takes a look at Duja and then just turns over towards this table here. And he hefts this massive great axe. You can actually see sort of towards the head of the axe there's this gem that glows in it. And he lumbers back towards you and then just silently holds it out to you, Duja.
Oh. For me?
For the new champion of Kuroko Ma, you should wield Bark Splitter.
She takes it and she starts to tear up a little bit. You see a little wetness at the bottom of her trunk. I'll be sure to split plenty of boxes with this, thank you. Plenty of boxes and skulls. Oh, Park.
It's alright. He's got a lot of teeth that are getting in the way, so it's okay if you misunderstood him.
I'll leave it as box splitter.
He just kind of gives you a nod and then just makes his way and sits back on that little wooden curb there. And then Dragon just kind of goes, now then, if that is all your business, I have much lounging around to do today, and I really would like to get to it.
Do all the best with that.
He doesn't say anything else. He just kind of gives you that dismissive little hand wave. Just be gone from my sight.
Everyone, let's leave. Speed walk all the way back.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then he kind of just kicks his feet up in his chair and lies down.
Gosh, I love him.
So the four of you make your way back out of the hut.
Everyone, speed walk. Make it look normal. Speed walk. Just
And walk your way back down towards where you left your rowboat. As you pass by some of the crocodiles, you see them just kind of give you little nods of acknowledgement.
Oh, hell yeah. You got the respect, Duja.
Yes, sir. Yes, Croc.
And you wind your way. You wind your way along the kind of muddy dirt roads towards the docks where you left your rowboat.
Oop, okay. Run.
I liked that little running start.
Duja had
that
that
Duja did. But you all pile back into the rowboat and push off from the muddy shores of Kuroko Ma and make your way back out into the swamp.
Wasn't so bad.
I don't think a single drop of blood was spilled, actually.
I
It
am
was
very
less violent than
proud
the
of
frogs.
I just gotta say,
I
that was
was
the lamest dragon ever.
Hey,
What's his
You know that,
story?
you know
How did he
Would
get
love
there?
to, yeah, I would love to know
I
the story
know.
behind that.
He
Um,
must be. He's smart. He
I
knows how
wanted
to
to,
manipulate things.
I wanted to pet a
got a great
dragon.
griff going.
No dragon. Even if he was a dragon, you think petting a dragon would be a good idea? He
Well,
would
what
think
if he
just
was a friendly dragon?
well, if he, you know what? Maybe friendly dragons like being pet. Right.
Yeah, see?
Right.
See?
I'm with it. All right. Well,
And nightfish is also safe.
Nightfish is safe. I was so like they're smelling all the fish. We're screwed. We did it.
So you now possess all 3 of the seal stones. And you make your way kind of a decent enough distance from Kuroko Ma that they can't see you anymore. And now that you hold all 3 seal stones, what would you like to do?
Is it time? We done here, gang?
Is it time to go deeper?
Time to go deeper.
Deeper.
Yeah, deeper.
Deeper.
I think though that we're gonna get our asses kicked
Do
if there's a
awful.
boss in there.
We have bomb. We'll find.
Bomb.
Cucumber will save us.
Yes.
Sail it on.
Very well. Then you want to paddle towards the northeast of the swamp, towards the Rose Maiden's Temple.
You know, I just realized how we gonna get this boat back to the portal over there.
That's 7 years.
We lied to this
Right.
man. Can we accept that we lied to this man?
Oh, I don't
We
think
may
that was
have
a
given
promise you were
self
ever
for
gonna
a
be able to
long
make.
time. We gave ourselves the time, but we still are gonna lie. He's just trapped there.
Maybe he'll grow some trees and make a new boat and
It's a dream. It's a dream. He'll be fine. Dream him will be fine.
Very well. So your plan is to head straight to the temple?
I think so.
I guess so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Let's
making
go
sure,
for
just
it.
in
Yeah.
case anybody has anything else they want to do.
Nope. I don't think so.
Very well.
Go for it.
Yeah, so
I'm
you...
gonna turn back in the meantime, by the way.
Yeah, of course. So you turn the rowboat towards the northeast and begin to paddle your way towards the spot on your map marked with the Temple of the Rose Maiden. And as you begin to get a little closer, paddling towards it, you can see that the trees are a little more sparse in this area. And you can begin to see up on this kind of raised ridge almost a bunch of stone buildings and formations. Yeah, the trip there would take about 40-ish minutes. So we can say that's a short rest if anyone wants to take one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just so that you can gain back certain short rest things. I think that grants you your Fey presence back, Nightshade. Oh, I didn't see that portrait. Damn, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
And you sent that so long
When
ago.
you
I feel
picked
really
us up
bad.
after-
How did I not?
That's cool.
How did I not see that? I feel really bad. Okay, well, we will headcanon that was what you looked like the entire time. You should have said something. I would have just done it right then and there.
Forgot to, if I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, well, I don't feel as bad if you also forgot that. But I apologize about that. I should have done it. We'll show it at the end of the stream so that everybody can know exactly what Dragon Irving looked like. Smurving. Yeah. You can go ahead with your other message. Hang on, do I have that? Well, we're gonna end the session anyway, so I'll update that stuff later. We're at 10 o'clock already. Yeah. So make sure you short rest and get anything back. We'll say Irving will say that you stay in your dragon form until you get out at the temple here, and then you change back.
Okay.
And so we can do both of those tokens next session. How's that sound?
That's cool.
Okay. So you guys paddle towards the temple. You can see these large stone structures off in the distance. And as you begin to get a little bit closer, you can see that there are another set of those kind of stepping stones that lead their way off towards a staircase that goes all the way up to this large stone temple. And so the four of you pull up in the little rowboat and arrive at the exterior of the Rose Maiden's temple.
Very pretty. Like the little god rays and stuff.
Yeah.
You can see these large aqueducts that are just kind of pooling water out, flowing from the left and the right. And on either side of the staircase that leads up towards the temple, you can see these massive overgrown stone hands that sprout up out of the mud, kind of bordering the path towards the temple. And so you arrive at the Rose Maiden's temple. And we'll end the session here and we'll pick up again next time right here.
Oh, exciting. We finally made it. Got the stones. I feel like Thanos.
Not bad. I was completely wrong about the dragon. It was the littlest thing.
I'm surprised you didn't see that coming.
Should have. We should have.
I could not stop laughing.
I was trying to play around with a bunch of things that kind of incorporated the fact that you guys are in a dream with that whole segment, because I was like, okay, it's like a 12-year-old girl, so she just doesn't know what a dragon looks like. And so it just filled in the gap. He took that opportunity and he took the place, and then also just the bloody combat. She just has not been exposed to that kind of violence, so she just doesn't know what it is. And so the arm wrestle filled the gap.
I was so scared for the longest.
Yeah, so off the top of our head, does anything interfere with next session? Next week?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
No.
Other than myself,
Hey, we're
No.
gonna need to set several very loud alarms.
I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna put Alexa in my just for
Um,
this occasion.
I'll try next Friday. I'll try to like message in the morning or something, just to like give you a reminder or something. Just so that it's just so that it's in your head a little bit more. And okay, then we'll pencil in for next week. Same, we'll say 7:30 again. Back to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Even though this one started a little late, we'll go back to the normal time next time. And we'll have another session. We'll delve into the Rose Maiden's Temple. Very excited. We've worked hard on those maps. Chats helped me build a bunch of them, so they kind of know
Well,
what.
you know, That's gonna fuck us up.
They've been adding their input into the
They want
visuals
chaos.
of these
So
maps.
Oh no.
So it looks they look really nice, and I'm excited
They
to
do look very nice. This is
to
very
explore. Yeah, we built this one live on stream. So chat has seen this
Oh.
map that you're looking at
very
here.
pleasing.
I love the hands. Nice touch.
Yeah,
Spooky.
very nice.
Nice after the whole arm wrestle too.
You're right. Hold up. It was all planned.
So yes. Also, if you want, before when you guys land, Irving, you can do your change back, and Duja, Suri can identify that axe for you.
Ooh, yes. Should I put that in my inventory?
Just like write yourself a note. I'll write one too, and I'll help you remember.
Okay.
I don't usually add them to the inventory until you've identified them, but if you're just gonna do it first
okay.
first thing anyways, then I guess I could. But
I think I still need my little crook thing too.
you did. Oh, did I not add it?
I don't think so, or at least
Ah,
it didn't
okay.
show up.
Then I'll add both of them then, in between
Two
now and
and
next session.
one. Perfect.
Because you identified it, I just didn't add it to your inventory. Okay, good.
Mhm.
I'll jot that down too then, and then we'll have those both ready for the next session.
Oh, I'm excited.
Alrighty. So.
Are we ready to rumble?
Well, we'll hope that you are. And next time, the next actual stream will be Monday for more Beyond the Eye, our Spelljammer mini campaign. They're setting off for Baelor's Belt, an asteroid field that is known to be frequented by space pirates. So we'll see if they get attacked by that. But before they do that, they're going to have to solve the problem of a giant space shark trying to eat them, which is what they're currently fighting. We had to stop right at the beginning of the combat encounter, but they caught a bunch of fish, and then those fish attracted a much larger fish.
Wonderful. I don't fuck with sharks.
So they'll be fighting that next session, and then also on Wednesdays we have Seas of Sand, which is kind of reaching the climax right now. They're in their last dungeon, trying to stop a UNT cult from grabbing a very, very ancient, like over 500 years old Necronomicon full of blood ritual secrets known as the Sanguine Archive. They do not want the cult to possess that. I fairly strongly recommend that they do not let the cult get that. And they just got themselves out of one death trap puzzle and then just immediately turned around and walked into another one. So next time they'll be dealing with that. Tune into that on Wednesdays to see how they get themselves out of that. Those are the streams currently going, so check out those ones. They're all a part of the persistent living world of Grand Lorien. But I'll talk more about that in a second. You guys, so that you can leave if you need to, let them know where they can find you, starting with Boomy.
Hello guys, my name is Mamana Bumi. I am the resident devil girl. I keep saying I have to find something other than dumbass to say, but I am the resident dumbass of 4V Live. I like to play RPGs. Right now we're doing GTA 5, my very first playthrough, and I'm also doing a lot of Destiny with chat. And I think very soon we'll be opening up our 4V Live Minecraft server. So if you like Minecraft, feel free to check that out. You can find me at STFU Boomy on Twitter and Twitch. I hope to see you around.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Next, Kat. Let them know where they can find you.
Hello, I am Cat Planet Shine, codename Sparkle Ryuichi. I travel the galaxy playing multiple different types of games. Currently been playing games such as Bayonetta and Ooblets
Nice.
and Dragon Quest Builders too. So yes, we like to have lots of fun. So yeah, you can find me at Sparkle Ryuichi on Twitch and Twitter.
Bayonetta is so good. So yeah, find their streams. We also have some art that I wanted to do before we end, because we have a very adorable bay.
Screaming.
Here we go.
Show the juicy juice.
Done by our very own Charlie Chorn, who of course plays Irving.
Sybil fucking showed up and said, "Watch this shit."
It's really really well done. The glow looks so good.
It looks amazing. Dun, 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 dun.
It's very very excellent.
Sybil, hit them
always.
with your prices. Hit them with them
I love
prices,
it.
Sybil.
It's so precious.
Very
Thanks.
precious.
You can feel free
Yeah,
to
I
tell
do like
people if you want to.
I honestly do not have all of them memorized, but I
Well, you
needed
can
to
just
like.
tell people
Hit her
where they
up.
can find you if they do want to commission.
Yeah, you can find Fervor Commission information on my Twitter at Charlie Chorn.
Yes. Commission
Ooh.
Charlie Chorn, because all of the art has been genuinely incredible.
It gives me serotonin.
I can show the dragon Irving now if you want to.
Oh, that's cool. It was a little bit of a doodle. I actually based it off of Bay's drawing of the crocodile on the swamp map.
That's so funny. That's actually perfect.
Perfect.
It looks
That
so
is
good.
beautiful.
I love it.
So canonically, that's
Dragon
what Irving looked like. Forget that other token. That one doesn't
Oh,
exist
yeah.
anymore. This is canon what Irving looked like the whole time.
Fancy boy.
Fancy beat up boy.
A little bit of a scrapple, but he's
You're really good at that. That's beautiful.
All right. So next time we will we'll return to Dreamwalker next Friday and continue to have fun. It's always a good time with you guys. So if you want to be kept up to date on any schedule changes and stuff like that, follow me on Twitter. If you want to be involved in the community and see how all this stuff is made, or just kind of talk about the campaigns, then you can join our Discord. It's not just for the players, it's for whoever. A lot of the art that we've been showing is also posted there, so you can check it out there as well. If you ever miss anything and want to go back and get caught up, then you can check out the archive on YouTube. I move all the VODs from here to there so that you can still find them after they get deleted on Twitch. And then, if you want to learn more about the living world that all my campaigns take place in, this one's a little different because it's inside of a dream, inside of a living world. So it's a little bit less persistent with the others, but that's what makes it fun. But as for all of the campaigns, they all take place in Grand Lorien, which you can read more about here at our World Anvil, which is basically like a wiki for factions, kingdoms, continents, deities, characters, all sorts of things that all exist within Grand Lorien. And you can get all caught up on all the extracurricular reading and learn more, and ultimately understand some of the little Easter eggs and persistent stories as the world shapes and grows along with our players. So check that out if you want to. And that is what we'll end at. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the gifted subs and donations during the stream. Very grateful for that. It was very nice of you. And thank you all for watching. We will maybe we can raid somebody since I remembered to do it this time. Rika is I think streaming some Splatoon, so we'll go to Rika. Rika plays Iris in our Spelljammer campaign, which is very adorable bunny girl, just like our Nightshade. So go check out Rika, go be nice, and go watch some Splatoon. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.